sure the lighting's good. Awesome, thank you. I think we might have just been interrupted by the internet. Sometimes that happens here. Magical things happen in the pyramid, right?
That's correct, yeah.
So we're here now in the absolutely amazing cafe where there's beautiful nourishment and an amazing French chef, by the way, so just want to point that out. But Peter, you were playing those magical sacred gongs, and you started to talk a little bit about, like, well, why is the vibration so healthy for our body? Like, what does it do? Can you elaborate a little?
Yeah, sure. We have 7 key energy centers in our body, otherwise known as chakra centers, Tara. And the most well-known one is your heart chakra, right?
Yep.
And so what happens when these vibrations are working up and down through our body, because our bodies are made up of over 70% water, sound moves 4 times faster through water than it does through the air. These sounds are moving up and down your chakra centers. And if there's something wrong, it'll go to work on it. We have many people that actually do have quite what we call an emotional release, right? They'll start crying sometimes. They'll start giggling, whatever. It's because it's lifting that load on your heart, you know, because people think, oh, it's all in the mind. It's not. It's in the heart, it's in the throat, it's any one of the number of the different centers. So when that comes through, it really is something beautiful. We love it. We love it when we see how people react to that, no matter how emotional or whether it's a pain that they're trying to get over, whatever it might be. It helps a lot of people with health issues in particular. And it's, you know, we know of ultrasound and use in hospitals. Now we're finding that these instruments, they're all ancient instruments, right? There's no guitars, there's no violins, there's no pianos. They're instruments that were designed, constructed, built, whatever you want to call it, long before history was ever recorded. They were designed not for musical purposes. They were designed for healing purposes. And that's why the only ones we use are the ancient instruments, the drums, the didgeridoo, obviously the gongs, you know, the bowls. Yeah. They're all instruments that give off beautiful frequencies, beautiful vibrations, if you want to know it in the scientific version. However, they also give off fantastic energy. The energy is such that when it comes through to people, they respond. And we've seen it. You've seen it.
I've seen it. I've experienced it. It's amazing.
And when we see how people can have such an emotional or even a physical reaction, and I have stories that go on forever of people that have just received that beautiful sound healing.
Yes.
Right? And we brief everybody before they even come with us for a session and say, if you do feel a little bit funny, just breathe. All you have to do is breathe, because that's a gift that you're receiving from Spirit, from whoever it is, you know, you might set your faith in. And when that comes through, just say thank you. Yeah. Right? There's nothing negative about it. It's all positive. And even though you might feel a bit uncomfortable when you're receiving that, it's just the most amazing sensation afterwards. You'll come out of one of our pyramids and you'll say, Peter, I don't know what happened, but my God, I felt unbelievable.
Right?
You know? And some people will be doing this because they've been crying. Other people will be glowing. We had one lady in there the other day. Before we went down, I was telling her about this, and she said, well, what can you do for my tennis elbow? And I'm thinking, okay, let's see. You know, she came out of there and she went, Peter, look, you know. And I'm thinking, it's a gift. Say thank you. All I did was play the gongs.
Love it. It's so true, right?
Yeah.
Sound, when it creates a vibration as it moves through your body, it can't shift or move anything that's not ready to be moved.
That's right.
So what it does, it helps, it's an accelerator. It helps bring up which you just haven't been able to release naturally on your own. So that's what sound does, and you're right, it is a huge gift. And everyone, no matter what your experience is, you will feel amazingly lighter and healthier after. It's something you've been holding on to that you need to release, and it really helps release those blockages. It's so powerful.
We had so many people coming up to us last night after the new moon session here, and we don't just do the session in the pyramid. We have an amazing shamanic cleansing ceremony around the fire pit beforehand, and we have a lovely lady here, Kayla, who brought in the 4 directions, and she did probably the best job I've ever had of anybody yet.
Amazing.
In introducing those directions. You combine all of that together, the energy from the fire, people committing their intent to the fire, sending that message to Spirit, coming into the pyramids, having a beautiful session there, and then of course coming to the cafe afterwards and having what our French chef prepares, which is nothing short of decadently delicious.
Amazing, amazing.
We ran out of the green curry. We had to make up the tiramisu.
Dude, don't get me started on the chocolate here in Bali. Wow.
So,
I mean, like, really?
So basically what it comes down to is that the whole session that people experienced last night, when they were leaving, some people didn't go home till 11 o'clock.
I know. We were here for a while.
You were one of them. But what was beautiful about it all was that everybody was embracing us with the most fantastic hugs, the most wonderful compliments. Everybody got something from that experience. Yeah. It wasn't just about coming along and saying, yeah, I've been gone. You know?
Yeah,
Or I went down and committed a prayer to the fireplace. They had an experience which is so special. And that's why every time we run a full moon and a new moon, it's always full. But I've got to share one thing which is has blown us away, because we always put so many beds into the pyramid. We've experimented with numbers just to see how they all work. And you know what? We always fill the entire pyramid except for one bed.
Really?
Always but one bed. When I go around and checking everybody's comfortable in there, there's always a vacant bed in there. Now we think we've sold all the places. There's always one bed. Now, who's on that bed?
Who's on that bed? Who's on that
I
bed?
don't know, but it's beautiful. Whatever it is. I mean, this has
you.
happened 6 times, and every time we think we've sold out, we've even turned people away. When I go around just checking to make sure everybody's got a good position there, they're comfortable, there's that empty bed again.
Always leave room for great spirit.
There you go, right? Well, and
just making sure, but we're not even aware of it. Now we will.
Right? I mean, this island is really, really magical. Bali calls people here. She has a beautiful vibe. And building the pyramids here, the way that you have with your intention and your energy. I mean, we were just filming in there and it just went out. Like, these things happen here, but they all happen to help you. It's amazing, and thank you so much for what you built. Please, if you're on the island of Indonesia, or Bali, you've got to come visit Pyramids of Chi. It's absolutely amazing. If you're not, what are some practical things you can do? Well, a couple of things. First of all, search online for sound healing music. There's gong music, there's sound healing music. Search online for sound healers in your area. You would be surprised that there probably are sound healers within your area that you just might not have known about. And give them a call, talk with them, find out what their healing modality is. Do they use their voice? Do they use different types of crystal bowls, Tibetan singing bowls? Do they use drums? What is it that they use? And see if you feel a connection, and just start playing and discovering with this, because it is really powerful and it's amazing. What are some other practical tools you can do? There's so much out there on the web. So how do you kind of wrap your arms around it? Which brings me to our next guest speaker, who I'm so honored to have with us, Kayla. Kayla, tell us about your website. Pronounce this right. Mantaya? Mantaya.
Exactly.
Okay. Tell us about Mantaya. And by the way, Pyramids of Chi website and Mantaya website will all be under this posting on my Facebook page and on my website. So we'll make sure you know how to reach all of these places. Tell us about Mantaya.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here today at the Pyramids of Chi. I've spent a couple days here in the last few weeks, and every single time has been life-changing. And I'm honored to be here talking about this incredible new platform that we're launching that's a service to travelers and seekers all over the world. And I myself am someone who has looked for ways of growing and healing information that Tara was talking about. So when we're looking for sound healers, when we're looking for healing retreats, where do we go to find that information? And the answer is going to be coming to you in June of 2016 in the form of Mantaya.com. 2017. Look at this.
I'm telling you, there's stuff going on right now.
We're in the Pyramids of Chi, and time is not linear.
Yeah, exactly.
So June of 2017, we'll be launching the world's first conscious version of TripAdvisor. So this is an online database of spiritual centers, healing retreats, sustainable volunteer opportunities, intentional communities, and transformational events all over the world. And it really, your next adventure is just a click away. So if you want to learn more about where in the world you can find places like the Pyramids of Chi, or find access to retreats like that which Tara is offering, please follow us on our Facebook page and become a part of the Montaya family at montaya.com. And we offer a completely free service. So this is something that we are giving back to humanity, and taking that which is the unknown and making it just a little more known so that it's easier for you to find your path.
And sorry, go ahead.
Please.
Well, I was going to say, I think what's going to make this really practical and attractive, you can just go in and type in words that you feel are connected to, like what about sound healing, or what about yoga, or what about even surfing or activities and stuff, right?
Absolutely. So let's say you had a little bit of interest in going, let's say Peru, and you wanted to type in Peru, a list of every single center and every single retreat that applied to those terms would then appear below your search engine bar, making it so accessible for you to find the places that you belong and the community that you're looking for.
Perfect. Thank you for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed this. This is truly amazing.
Back in 2005, I was totally corporate. The first time I ever heard a gong played, it resonated so deeply within me that we went within 6 months from corporate to a completely different journey, a more spiritual journey. We lost the need for material things, and we had plenty, but we lost that need. We realised there's a lot more to life than what a lot of people are now living. So give yourself that opportunity. Go and listen. Go and experience some sound healing.
Yeah.
Because seriously, it can change your life in a big way. It worked for my wife and I, and we have never looked back ever since.
Thank you for sharing that, Peter. That's awesome. Thank you. Live from Bali, thank you for joining us. Please stay tuned next week, because we are going to be at these amazing private villas that I can't wait to give you a sneak peek for. So for now, please share this information with people. You know more people than I do, so share this information with people so people can just start to have access to discover different ways to help themselves. Like I said last week when I was in the rice fields, you don't have to be stuck. Matter of fact, I promise you're not stuck. You might think you are, but you're not. There's so many tools and resources out there, and you're not alone. So start discovering, play, have fun, and enjoy this amazing, amazing new moon. For those of you that were on the call, you were able to set in a magical intention that is already set forth in the air. Signing off live from the Pyramids of Chi in Bali. Thank you. I'm Kristen Furpo, otherwise known as Tara. Check us out at Heal Anywhere, HealAnywhere.com, and I'll have all of their information on my website. Or check us out at Heal Anywhere on Facebook. See you next week.